Quick disclaimer before we get into the video. I just want to say I am really sorry for not posting in a hot minute. My Wi-Fi, I had to set up my Wi-Fi, and the external hard drive I used to record my gameplay footage wasn't working, but now it is. So I was able to record the audio, but I couldn't record like the videos. And I was like, oh, okay, well, if my external hard drive isn't working, then I'll just use like Twitch. I'll just use like the Twitch VOD. But a lot of the games I was trying to play, it was like, yeah, sorry, this game can't be live streamed, which is so fucking annoying, pissing me off. And it's not like the stream wasn't working. The stream was working. It's just the game wasn't being streamed, which was pissing me off. But anyways, I got everything all fixed now. So yeah, you guys are gonna get 2 videos today instead of just one. I am so fucking sorry, guys. Anyways, let's get back into the video.
They say there's 2 types of people in this world. People who lie and people who try to suck their own dick. I agree with that 100%. However, I've recently found out that there is a 3rd type of person on this planet, and they're called strippers. And I'm here to tell you guys my experience with them. So, yeah. Our tale starts like any other. It was the week that I had just recently broken up with my girlfriend, which was a few weeks ago. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to text the bro. I text him. I send him a text like, hey, bro, like, when are you coming back? Because he was coming back from up north, and he's coming back down here. And he told me he just got back the other day. So I was like, oh, shit. Word, Anyways, one thing led to another, and we're planning something out. And I didn't want to plan. Like, I asked him if he wanted to go to a bar, because every time he comes down, he always comes to my place. We go to a restaurant, and then we just chill at my place and just drink beer. And I was like, man, fuck it, bro. Why don't we try something new? Let's go out where they have beer, let's go out and do something. And then it led to me asking him like if he's ever been to a strip club. And then to this he responds and says, yeah, I've been to one 3 times. I was like, oh shit. And he's like, he asks me if I've ever been to one, and I tell him no. And then he's like, fuck it, bro, let's not go to a bar, let's go to a strip club. I was like, all right, bet. So the plan was I would leave my parents' kingdom at 6 or 7 o'clock, and I would go over to his place, and we would take his car over to the gentleman's club. And then from the gentleman's club, we would get fucked up at his place, and I'd sleep over there. Then the plans changed. So it all started on Saturday. That was the day we were gonna go, and so we're playing GTA 5. My mom asks me to go pick up my brother's friend. So I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. I tell my buddy, and he's like, yo, why not, instead of coming to my place, I go to your place, we go to the gentleman's club, come back to your place, we get fucked up there with you, your brother, and his friend. I was like, yes, let's fucking go. That shit's gonna be tough. We got food here. It's gonna be tough, right? So we're playing GTA 5. I'm like, it's like almost like 5:30, whatever. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you up to, bro? He's like, I'm doing nothing right now. I'm like, same, bro. I'm just literally just waiting to fucking go over there. I'm like, I've already like scheduled my YouTube vids to be posted. So he's like, why don't I come over there earlier? So I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, fuck it, bro. He gets here at 5. And, we're shooting the shit, chopping the shit, whatever the fuck you want to say, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I see him because I haven't seen him since December. So I'm like, yo, let's fucking go. I give that bro a hug, bro. Give my bro a hug. He ended up buying a new car. I was like, yo, it's a Toyota Corolla. It's like a 2014. Shit's so freaking clean, bro. That shit's so clean. It's gray. It's nice. It's only got 96,000 kilometers on it. but it's just tough. My mom says hi to my buddy, you know. We're like, I show him the room that I'm in, because like I told him everything about my ex and, you know, like how I broke up with her. And he's like, yo, so this is your bedroom? I'm like, yeah, this is the man cave right now. And from there, he's like, yo, you want to leave now? I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. Before I leave, my mom goes, all right, Owen, make sure that, you know, you're not going to get anything back. The only thing you're bringing back are venereal diseases. And both me and my buddy would just start dying laughing because that shit's so funny. Obviously, she was joking, you know, she was freaking joking. My mom was cracking a joke. But, like, my mom was like, be safe, like, don't drink and drive, you know, like, all that stuff. So, anyways, we're off. We're off to the races, you know, we're off to the races. On our journey, we're like, yo, we're on the highway, and we're like, fuck it, bro, we're hungry, you know. So we pull up to this place called Mike's Pizza, where we were listening to Linkin Park, Creed, you know, all that shit. We got a little hungry. We're like, fuck it, let's go to Mike's Pizza. I've had the frozen version. I've never had the restaurant experience. I wanted to know if it was the same, you know. We get there. We're sitting down and we're just eating, taking it all in, bro. It's a nice restaurant. It's a nice place, you know. We're sitting down. We're like, fuck it. Take my sweater off. He takes his jacket off. I left my jacket in the car because it was nice, you know. And we're debating whether or not we should get like a large pizza. Just pay it once and we just have one large pizza, so that way we can muck up some fucking food after, you know, like we can muck up some food after, because we're gonna get fucked up after. We're getting fucked up on beer and alcoholic beverages. He had a whiskey that was like a Trailer Park Boys whiskey that he got in Ottawa a while back, and he was like, man, I need to drink this shit, let's fucking drink it. He brought it over, left it at my parents' crib. So we're there and we're like debating whether or not we should get like each of us get like a small pizza with like a side, and it was like $13 or some shit, or we both get a large pizza. We both take like however many pieces we want, and we'll save the rest for later. We ultimately decided to get like the smaller portion of food, so that way we could save that money for the strip club. So we're waiting for our food, and the waitress, she was super sweet. The waitress was super sweet. She gives us some water, which is the worst idea to do, because I didn't drink all day. I didn't drink water all day. So we're both chiefing that freaking water bottle, bro. We're chiefing that water. The water was done by the time we got the food, and it took a long time for the food to get there. And anyways, I got like some chicken. It was like pizza with Alfredo. It wasn't even chicken Alfredo. The Alfredo was gas, though. I mixed it with the pizza. It was so fucking good. My buddy got like a pepperoni and cheese pizza with like it's like a small pizza. It was like 4 slices, bro. It was like super small, with a Caesar salad. We muck it up. We pay our shit. We leave. We're hitting vape. We're hitting the fucking vape in the car while we're waiting. You know, we're like, fuck it. Looking at the sunset. Shit was tough. Listening to music. Shooting the shit. We back up, and then we're back on the road again. And while we were at Mike's Pizza, we were picking out what strip club we wanted to go to. There was this one in Montreal called Downtown. Apparently that one's really good. Like, you walk in there, the women are wearing nothing, butt ass naked. Apparently I've never been there. And we ultimately decided to go to one that was closer to us. It was like, I think it was like an hour away or some shit, because we didn't want to go and deal with downtown Montreal and having to like park somewhere and walk around, or like park somewhere all fucked, like having to find a parking space and then taking the metro. Like, we just didn't want to do that because the metro closes at fucking 12. So like, we would literally not be able to get back to the car. So we go to this one that's nearby, that's like an hour away, out in the boonies, you know. We're like, fuck it. We drive out there, and then it really sets in that this place is looking like a fucking Modern Warfare 3 map. we're like looking around. We're like, fuck it. We get to the Zipper, which is the strip club we're going to. We got there so early, bro. It was literally 8:30 when we got there. We walk in. Before we even walk in, my boy goes, yo, fuck it, bro. We're just waiting in this car. We're waiting in the car for a bit before we go in. He told me everything. He's like, look, you gotta make sure to watch those women dance first before you take them to the back room, because you don't want to waste your money. You gotta see what they can do. I'm like, all right, bet. And then he was telling me some other things. Anyways, I think he told me like something like, don't make eye contact with them because they're like homeless people, you know, like, you know when you leave a store, bro, and you see a homeless guy. You know when you leave a store, bro, and you see a homeless guy, and you don't want to make eye contact with him because you don't want to, you just don't want to deal with it, right? That's what he said. I was like, okay. We go in. He pays for the entrance fee, and before we even pay their entrance fee, I'm already like disappointed because I was expecting like some bouncer, like some 6'5" fucking hunk of a man, freaking beast of a man, you know, like. Some freaking beast of a man. Some freaking guy who's got like Cobra tattooed on his freaking knuckles or some shit. You know, like something tough. This motherfucker wasn't even a bouncer, bro. This guy was a skipper. Okay? He was a skipper. He was so skinny. He looked like he was on crack. This guy had like a rat haircut. He had like a tuxedo on. He did not look tough. Okay? Like, he was skinnier than I was. He was skinnier than me. And I'm skinny as fuck, bro. Like, that's impossible. This guy literally probably weighed like 120 pounds soaking wet. This guy literally like could not like take anyone out. This guy could not take anybody out if he had to. Like, this guy was not a bouncer, bro. This guy was a skipper. Anyways, so I get in there. Anyways, he was a really nice guy, really nice gentleman. However, it just was like very weird because it's like this guy's definitely not a fucking bouncer. He was just chill. He was a chiller. So me and the bro, we get to the bar, and my buddy paid for the entrance fee for both of us, and he also paid for a beer for both of us. So I was like, yo, thank you so much. You know, he's like, nah, no problem, bro. I haven't seen you in a long time, so fuck it. We both had non-alcoholic beverages. I haven't had a Corona, and like, not gonna lie, bro, I fuck with Corona. It tastes pretty good. We're just sitting there watching a hockey game. I don't know who the fuck is winning, bro. Like, it was dead in that bitch, bro. And it was weird. It's so weird because French. I live in Quebec, and French, obviously people speak French in Quebec, and tu is like saying you, but it's like in a more like not polite way. But vous is the same thing, but it's either used for older people or it's because you're being polite. And they did not like it when we would say you, when we would say vous, because to them it's like we're either calling them old. So they think we're calling them old. But it's like, dog, we're being polite because you guys are being fucking nice. You know, like, fuck it, bro. I'm going to be polite because that's just how I am. But they don't fucking like that shit. Anyways, so we're there. We stayed there for like 25 minutes. We're like, fuck it. Once we finish our beers, we're going to get back in the whip. And we're going to kill some time. So we're like, okay, fuck it. I finished my beer. And I... like, fuck it, bro. Like, let's go somewhere, right? We're like, fuck it. He's like, all right, let's go to a Dépanneur, a gas station, and we're going to get, like, some brewskis, get a snack or whatever, and then come back here, kill some time. We're going to go to the furthest one we can possibly go to. I was like, all right, bet. Before we left, we tell the bouncer, like, we ask him, hey, do you have, like, a stamp you can stamp our hands with to let you know that we've already paid our entrance fee? He's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll remember your guys' face. We're like, yeah, we're just going to go to a Dépanneur or something. We're coming back. He's like, okay. So we leave. We're on the road again. We're going. And all of a sudden, we're like, fuck, we got to piss. We got to piss so bad. So we're like looking around. We're going down these back alleys. Going down like trailer park ass shit. Like almost looking like, it looked like bad. It looked like horrible housing. Like, it looked bad back there. No shit. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. I look in this guy's window. I'm hitting the vape, you know. I have the window down a crack because I don't want to, like, keep the smell in to this like car. It's a new car. I don't want to fuck it up, you know. I'm looking out the window, and this guy didn't have his blinds open, and I don't know what it is, but like I'm just the type of guy that looks in other people's houses when I'm walking or when I'm like driving or some shit. Like I'm not gonna walk up to the window and look in, but if the window's open, I can see in there. I'm gonna see what's going on in there. Curiosity. Curiosity killed this cat. I looked in. I see this guy. He's got two monitors, one to his left, one to his right. The one to his left was like work. The other one was fucking porn. Bro had porn. I'm like, yo, this guy's goon maxing. My buddy goes, yo, no way. There's no way this guy is goon maxing. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, this guy had like a monitor here, a monitor there. One had work, one had porn. We both start fucking dying laughing, bro. And then we get to this like baseball diamond. We're looking for a place to park. We're like, where the fuck can we park? We're driving around because we got pissed so bad, right? We ended up parking on the side of the road. We walk in the fence and we're just like, fucking let it rip right there, bro. Fuck it. We let it rip right there. Then we're done. And I'm telling you, this was like the longest piss I've ever done, bro. This shit was like a minute long. It was a minute long. Minute long piss. Anyways, get back in the whip. We drive all the way to the dep. We go in there. My buddy picks that Michelob like Ultra. He picks out that beer. I'm like, yo, damn. He's like, yo, what are you gonna pick? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna pick, bro, because I haven't tried enough beer to realize like what one I like, except for Corona. Like deadass, I don't know why I didn't pick a Corona. Like I fuck with Corona, bro. That shit's so good. Especially with the lime, dude. It was so good. I don't even know why I didn't pick it. But anyways, I'm looking around in the beer fridge. I'm like, fuck it, let's go in the beer fridge. We go in there. I'm looking around, and I see this Coors Original. I'm like, is this shit gas? He's like, yeah, it's all right. It's a pack of 24. I pull that bitch out, fucking take it, you know. Got it in my hand. And then he's like, yo, you want to get a snack for later? I was like, yeah, sure. I got a Big Daddy. And if you don't know what a Big Daddy is, it's like a big-ass cookie. Big-ass chocolate chip cookie. So I was like, fuck it, I'm taking that. That shit gonna be gas. I pay. You know, I do all that. I pay. Put it in the back of the back seat. We put it in the back seats. All that shit back there. He's like, do not open that in my car, bro. You're gonna get the crumbs everywhere. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not hungry right now. We drive over, and now it's like a little bit popping. There's a little bit more people. We parked all the way at the end of the parking lot because we were like, fuck, I don't want to be associated with these motherfuckers, you know? I don't want to be associated with these goons. We walk in, the bouncer tips his head to us. He's like, yo, I know you guys, you know? Walk into the bar. I'm like, yo, fuck it, bro. I'm a buy you a beer. He's like, oh, he's like, word? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a beer. I buy him a beer. I had to pay the lady $40 because I didn't have change. All the money on me was in 20s, and it was like $21.50 something. That was it with the tips. I was like, fuck, you know. I handed it over to her. She's like, okay. I grabbed my beers, you know, and I grabbed the beers. And where he was sitting, I got an alcoholic Corona. He got a non-alcoholic one because he was driving. And where he was sitting, it was like not down where the stage is, and because like if you see the stage, there's like a table around the whole thing where you can like sit there and watch. I don't know, bro. That's kind of goonish. That's kind of goonerish to me. So we sat like by the bar, but like facing the stage. Like we had like front row seats to the stage, and we saw this lady dancing. Not gonna lie, bro. This lady was pretty. She was pretty because like she, I don't know what it is, but like women with tattoos, bro. They look good. She was like a brunette with tattoos. She looked really good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get into the details. However, we noticed these two hotties down at the other end of the room we're in, and one of them is a blonde. Both of them are blonde. One of them is a natural blonde. The other one's like, you can see like the roots of her hair. They're not like blonde. But like this lady was freaking cute, bro. She had like glasses on. She dressed modestly. Well, modestly enough. Like she had like a mini, like a short dress on. And I was like, holy fuck, she's so freaking like, she's so cute, bro. Like she had glasses on. I was like, damn, she's looking bad as fuck. But then we realized like yo, we ended up thinking like, man, she must be like a bartender, because there's no way like a stripper would dress like that. And the other blonde, she comes on stage, and from afar she was really, really pretty, but up close we realized, yeah, no, she's chopped. But as she's dancing, her and I make eye contact, and I'm like, oh no, I'm cooked. I told my buddy, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm cooked. Like, her and I made eye contact. He's like, all right, bro, just don't give in, you know? Anyway, she comes over after her dance. She comes over, and I don't know if it was like the neon lights or what, but like, she looked pretty. And she asked me for my name. I tell her, yo, my name is Owen, you know, that sort of thing. She's like, hey, like, are you new here or something? I'm like, no, like, well, yes, because this is my first time ever being in a strip club. All the while we're speaking in French. And she's like, oh, so this is your first time ever being in a strip club? I'm like, yes. And I asked her, like, how much would it be for a dance? And she's like, oh, well, the best experience for you, because it's your first time, would be like 15 minutes. I was like, okay, well, how much is that for 15 minutes? She said $100. I was like, yeah, no, I just want one dance. And she's like, well, one dance would be $20. So I was like, okay. And so she's like, yeah, there's a before we go, there's a entrance fee to the booths, and it's $5. I was like, oh shit, I don't have $5 on me. I did. I had change on me. I don't know why I did this. I guess I was like fucking, I don't know, bro. My brain just wasn't working. Anyways, so she walks me over to the bouncer. I hand him a 20. He hands me $15 back because he kept the 5 for the entrance fee. And, you know, I'm not going to go into details. However, all I'm going to say is, as I'm walking there, I'm feeling like a fucking nerd. I got my beer in one hand. I'm short as fuck. I'm 5'6". She's taller than I am. And I'm just like walking around just like, hey guys, look, I'm getting a dance. You know, that's what I felt like. Everyone was looking at me. You know, I low-key wish I had confidence so I could like dab everyone up, be like, yo, you know, like, yeah, I'm getting a fucking dance. Woohoo, you know? I felt like fucking McLovin from fucking Superbad, bro. I felt like McLovin, bro. Anyways, we get in there, and I quickly realized my eyes were playing tricks on me. She was not attractive. She was low-key kind of chopped. And I realized that it was very awkward. It was a very awkward thing, because I'm one of those guys who likes to take a lady out on a date and then gradually like build up to me copping a feel. And then when I do cop a feel, it feels like I've met fucking Jesus. You know, it feels like I've exceeded my body and left this realm and went and saw Jesus. However, this did not happen, because this place was the furthest thing from the grace of God you will ever see. I realized 2 things. One, me grabbing her low-key felt like I was grabbing like my own peck. And 2, it was not just one dance, bro. Like, many songs had went by. And 3, the third thing I realized was when she was shaking her ass, bro, she was shaking a whole lot of nothing. Ain't gonna lie. She was shaking a whole lot of nothing. And I felt very bad, because it low-key, like, you know in Minecraft when you got those like skeletons and you hit them? Well, I don't know what fucking skeleton spawner she fucking crawled out of, but she was shaking her bones, bro. She was just shaking her bones. And that was the first thing that fucking hit my mind, was like the fucking skeleton sound when she was doing all that shit. I was like, oh man, fuck. And I realized I was too nice, because she had like, you know, her chest in my face and all that, and I have a beard. And I tell her, I was like, whoa, hey, look, like, if my beard bothers you, like, if it's picking you, like, just let me know. And she's like, bro, I'm just too nice, bro. Like, this is not a place for nice people, bro. Anyways, I don't want to get too far into it, but anyways, at some point she gets off of me, and I go to stand up, and She's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not done yet. I was like, oh, okay. So my stupid ass sits back down. She goes at it again. Then she's like, yeah, that's been 15 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck. In my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm cooked. $100. But I told myself, and I told my buddy, I was like, yo, the max amount I'm spending is $100. And, mind you, there was no other baddies out here. And I thought that lady with the glasses, that cute lady with the glasses, was a bartender. So I wasn't going to walk up to her and be like, tap her on the shoulder, be like, hey, can you give me a dance? And then get fucking slugged in the fucking mouth. Anyways. And so she's like, so I'm standing there. And the first thing I do is, like, I go to hand her drink back. And she was like, yo, you don't need to do all that. I was like, okay. So I'm just standing around looking at the floor, looking at the ceiling. Because, like, she has her top off. And I want to be respectful. I don't want to, like, she's struggling putting her bra on, whatever the fuck. And I ask her if she needs help. She says no. She starts laughing at me. And then I really realized that this is not a place for nice people. Like, or this is a place for nice guys because they're going to spend their money on them. But, like, at the same time, like, I was like, oh, fuck, bro. I feel so bad. And I'm just, like, a polite guy. I'm just, like, I'm just a polite guy. Anyways, I walk out of there. And my buddy gives me the look of, like, oh, fuck, bro, you're cooked, And I walk over to the ATM. I go to pull out $100. And because I had $60 on me. So she had to walk me over to the fucking ATM. It was, like, the walk of shame. And, yeah, bro, I was just like, fuck, I'm cooked. I went to pull out $100. Just to get it over with, my card declined because I didn't have that money on me. I was like, oh, fuck. So I pulled out $40. It came out. I hand that to her. I go back down. I sit down with my friend. He's like, what's the damage? I'm like, $100. He's like, oh, man. And you chose the one who was chopped. I was like, yeah. He's like, did you have a good time? I was like, no, it was awkward. Anyways, and as I'm sitting there, I'm looking around and I'm realizing the baddies are out. The baddies were out, bruh. And I was like low-key kind of pissed because I was like, fuck, bro, I could have like waited longer and I would have been able to spend $100 on the baddies. But instead, I had to take one. I guess I took one for the team. Anyways, long story short, bro, I finished my beer. And I was like, man, fuck this place. He also, like, he had a few baddies around him. And what we did realize was that lady that we thought was a bartender, she wasn't even a bartender, bro. She was a stripper. And she was around my buddy. And he told me it took everything in him to tell her no. It took everything in his body to tell her no. And this other baddie, this Latina lady, oh my god, bro, she was so bad. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, I might sound like a fucking goober, but, like, bro, she was so bad. And she came up to us and she was like rubbing her hand on me. She had her chest on his back, bro. Oh my god, bro. Anyways, we had to get out of that hellhole. We get back home, got fucked up. He ended up not staying over and not getting fucked up. He ended up going home because by the time we got back to my place, it was like 12:30. Anyways, moral of the story, bro. You do not have to take one for the team. Just take my advice, bro. Don't take one for the team. Fucking wait. Don't go to the strip club early. Like, if you're gonna go to a strip club, bro, like, at least wait, like, till it's, like, at least, like, 11:30 or something. And just listen. If your buddy gives you some fucking advice, bro, just listen to it, bro. Holy fuck. Like, oh my god, bro. Just, that really taught me patience. It taught me that this is not a place for nice people, bro. Like, I feel like it's more for those guys who don't give a fuck about women. And again, this is a place for, like, I think this is a place for gooners, because I saw a guy with his wife and they were just watching. They sat right up in front row seats, bro. They had front row seats. And they were just sitting there with a beer and all that shit. And you will see the goobers of life there. Oh my goodness. This one guy had like he didn't even have a neck beard. He just had like a strap that held up his hair. That held his hair on his head. That's literally what it looked like. It went from like the side all the way down and around his chin and up and over. But it only went under. It was just like a little. It almost looked like he had like a little strap under his like chin to hold his hair on. Like that's what it looked like. And I was like, oh fuck me, bro. And he had a baddie too. Anyways, bro, this is gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I've been hyping this up for like a while now, and yeah, so that was my experience with a strip club. Will I go back? Maybe. Actually, no, I will be going back. Not anytime soon, but like maybe on my birthday I'll go back. But yeah, peace.